Hello guys, do you want to develop this kind of application? Then watch this entire video to just build the entire one. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, we are going to see how to generate a story from the input image. So what we're trying to do is, I will just give you the overview of what we're just trying to do. So we'll be deploying a Streamlit application, which is at the end it's a localhost. So in the Streamlit, we will be feeding the input image. So which is some kind of some context should be there in this image, and then the caption would be generated from this image, and which is the phase one. And from this phase one's output, this output will be fed as input into another model, which would generate a story on this particular caption. So this is the overview of what is just happened. And then inside, the actual low-level design would be input, which is actually the image. So first, it would be moving into the blip model, which is available in the Hugging Face, which is actually a vision transformer. And this would just captions the image, and from the output of the blip we will be feeding the output into the Falcon 7 billion model, which is an LLM, large language model, which would try to generate a story from the caption, and then we get the story as output. So for the UI, we are using the Streamlit. So this is just a simple project. Everything, the blip and the Falcon model are actually they are available in the Hugging Face models. So we will be just trying to use those codes and input them, and just sequence them in our code app.py to a simpler one. So we can also scale this particular use case, like, so this blip and Falcon models. So these two models can be made into two separate routes in the fast API. So we can make it as slash caption and slash story, and then we can deploy them both in some kind of servers. So but since I can't able to make them, why? Because the blip and Falcon both uses the PyTorch as well as transformers, which is more than around it's cost an entire space of around 3 to 4 GB. So the free version doesn't allow us to host those kind of models, so that we can just use those local host versions of these models to just showcase our the skills on how to utilize them. So I think this would just attracts the uh, employers, and I think this is the overview of the project. So let's dive into the implementation. So these are all the requirements, so which you need to just create. And initially, so you have to create an Anaconda environment. So we can use the code as conda create -n. So you can name your environment name as, and then the Python 3.10.6 is a suitable version for all the PyTorch transformers Streamlit. So I have tested them out, and this is the most suitable one. And then once you have created an environment, you just need to activate it using the env name. And this is how you would create as well as activate the environment ITS image to story with the Python version of 3.10.11. And these are the requirements for running this project. LangChain community, python.env to load the Hugging Face API key, and then the Streamlit version 1.29.0 transformers and torch, which has the CUDA support. So once after installing all these requirements, so you have to just import these functions .env, transformers, and LangChain. So this would be used to load the Hugging Face API key. You can give the API key as, and then so this pipeline text can be taken from the Hugging Face models webpage. So currently we are now right under the model section. So what we are trying to achieve is image to text. So the input image should be transformed into text, and which can be achieved using Salesforce, and then it's blip image captioning based. So this was the model used. It's basically a vision transformer. So there is also another variant of this blip, which is blip 2. So here we can just test it out in this website also. So by just dragging the image and dropping it here, and also we can use the code version. So we can also utilize this deploy of the inference API serverless, but it would take some time. So we can use the use transformers, and then we can utilize this pipeline, high-level helper class. So and then this is the code, and then into this code I will be passing my image one.jpg. So this is the image, a happy couple, so smiling at the camera. So when I run this, so it is successfully run. So you can see a man and a woman smiling at the camera. So it just captioned the image, and then using this captioned image, we will be passing this text into the Falcon 7B instruct. So which can also be taken from the Hugging Face models. So this particular model comes under the text generation. Text generation can be found under the natural language processing tab, and here text generation. So here you can type Falcon 7B, and obviously you get the Falcon 7B here, T2A. So here you can just click on the use in transformers, and you can copy them, just paste it here. Temperature is actually the amount of creativity the model can just induce in the output which is being processed. So I have kept it as zero point 0.6, and then I have given a prompt. So when I give it, sorry, I haven't run it. LLM. Now it's processing. Yeah. So the story is done actually. So now I think the actual functions have been developed. So now we have to just wrap all of them into a Streamlit container, and then to display the input and output in a presentable manner. So it's the only thing remaining. So I have made an app.py. So here I have imported all of the required libraries, Streamlit and as well as RE. I would mention why I would like to import RE. And then I have created a class of image to story app, and I have initialized all the pipelines as well as the uh, .env configurations, so that Hugging Face API so that the Hugging Face API token is actually necessary to run those models. Okay, so these have been imported, and then the first module is image to text. So where I will be getting the image path as the input to this function, and then I have been using the try and exception handling. So this is as actually explained in the previous statement of how we will be passing the image and then getting the output. So I will be returning the output of text, and this is the generation of generate story. So here I have modified the prompt, and then I have included several other hyperparameters, which is the max length of the output should be 100, and the returning sequence must be one, sampling, top K. So these are the parameters which you can try on and play around with it. And then I have been wrapping up those two functions in a final run function where I have the Streamlit UI. So initially I have been configuring the page setup as image to story, and the icon is given, and the layout is given as white. Okay. So and then I have been giving the header as image to story. And then using this uploader class, file uploader class, I would be getting the image by specifying the image type as PNG, JPG, and JPEG. So, and then only if I receive the image, then this particular code should happen. From the image to text, we will be getting the scenario, and using this scenario, we will be generating a story. So once we get the story, so those prompts, the output from the story is somewhat kind of messy, and it also includes the prompt which I gave, which is create a heartwarming story about the image. So I would like to just skip them out. So I have utilized this regex function, and then I have claimed the output, and finally I have been writing them in the story text variable. And with the story text, I am writing the scenario as well as the story output. So finally, I have been utilizing this particular initializer to run the Streamlit function. So once you have done this, you need to give Streamlit run and the file which I have been running on, which is app.py. So once you run them, you would get to URLs, and this is the one. So let's just try with another image. and this is the image. So right now it is running. I think it's processing, and yeah, we have got the scenario as well as the story. So the scenario is actually the caption of the image, and the story is it is actually once in Franklin Ocean, a small fish named Poppy swam happily along the coastline. I think it's a nice intro to the story, I think. And so I think this can be the best beginner level project. So anyone who is just trying to just land into the machine learning environment, so you can try these use cases. And I will also try to upload these codes in the GitHub. You can just access them. Any doubts you just encounter while installing the libraries and accessing the functions, you can just reach me out in my mail. Thank you.